After one race, the Wreakin Havoc crew heads back to Zona ATV Park for the second race weekend of the season. With 5 weekends left, who's going to separate themselves from the rest of the field and look to apply pressure in the point standings for their class?
Here we are, we're rolling into late April, and we're not ready. We had a fire this winter. Our production got behind. We had to tear down our building and rebuild it. We just had this huge mess on our hands, and we were nowhere near ready to race. I said, let's just hold back, take care of business, and get ready for Pineville.
So here we are, it's in April, and we got our Zona race. And it's a really cool place, because you got side-by-sides everywhere, you got, dirt bikes riding around, boat racing. It's a really cool place. It's a little bit further away, and it's super dusty. I'm talking about, you'll get dust in your eyes when you're driving a boat on the water. It is dusty.
Second race of the year. Next one will be in Pineville. Hopefully everybody have their boats in Pineville. We'll get back on the program.
The Yamaha guys, it was time for them to step up to the plate. And so we depended heavily on the Yamaha guys to come in and represent Havoc, and they showed out. I mean, they went out there and took care of business. My B. Scott and I was at the boat plant building boats.
We got pretty good rains on the place today. There ain't too many Mercuries out there, but before you open your mouth, you wind up going to get kicked in the butt. What's going to happen? Because there's always one out there that'll do it, that's for sure. That's why they call it racing and not winning, right?
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
What if we want a late race? You think they're going to vote for us to get one?
We're going to be the first company that builds a production race boat that is strong enough to duck on water.
That's my goal, chase that jet too. Everybody was either turkey hunting or working, so we really depended on these guys to bring home the checkered flags. They killed it. They represented Havoc really well, and their boats ran great. So it was a good turnout for them.
We tried to get Dax to run in the 130 class. They don't have but a few limited boats. He's only 10 years old, so that's gonna be a little gig for him. Hey, Mark. Hey, you gonna run 130? Come on, boy. Wow. Jump in it. Go run 130.
The boat's running good when it trims.
Right.
So I just made a pass, it trimmed, it ran good. On the way back, it didn't trim. So we got another issue.
On your back?
Yeah, we got another issue.
That's right. They got two of the best here. This is Brandon's dad, Mr. Randy, and Einstein of Enfield right here. This is Mr. Freddie Wynn.
He's lying.
Got two good crew chiefs on it. Two good crew chiefs.
I'm just a crash test them.
Plenty of the Yamaha team still remembers that there's some eyebrows to be held in their hand. So we're not gonna forget that. So get ready for the next race in Pineville, because we're gonna be cutting some eyebrows.
Along with everything else we got going on, we did have some competition show up. It was 4 reapers. I didn't win anything, but I'm glad they showed up. They got to stay with it and keep battling their issues, and they got to work at it and get fast. That's what we all got to do. No matter what brand of boat it is, if you're gonna race, get in there and race.
I can tell you, and in the class, who's here, Nick West is fast. Plain and simple, always will be. I fooled around, did a little tuning for him last night. Probably helped them just a little bit too much.
And that's the cool thing about this. Most people will, for the foremost, will help each other out.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I like about it, and that's what wind up getting us into. So this is going to be fishing 150. Looks like we've already got Brandon Taylor and Mr. Billy in the water. Brandon's a new on the Havoc team this year. Mr. Billy's a tough guy to beat.
When you come back through, grab my beer.
Looks like old Brandon finally got him one against old Mercury. Old Mercury was flying her high trying to catch him. Didn't run out of real estate, didn't have enough room.
Yeah, Billy, he's faster than what he has now, but he is going to be in Havoc, and we are excited to see Billy become part of the team, because he's not only going to be fast, but he's also going to be one of the type of people that will help us get better. And he's just one of those guys, if you don't know Billy, you need to get to know Billy.
Oh, Nick West, Brandon. Brandon didn't have enough to hold him off. Nick hit it, man. When you're in it, you're in it, and he's in it. That's for sure. That's for sure. That'll put Brandon on the trailer.
Saturday's finish for Fishing 150 looks like this. Quick Nick West looks to be dominant in this division with no plans of letting up.
He absolutely whooping B Scott's ass right now, and I'm glad to see it.
That was fun. I like playing with the 150 boys. That's right. And whatever Frank and Nick's got put together there is quick. That's right. It's a boat length quicker than where they've been all year. So.
I mean, Billy is truly a competitor. No matter if it's in the 130 or the 150, you just never count Billy out.
I told
Congratulations,
you, if it trimmed, it'd be competitive.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's got a little bit of a hesitation. I think I need to mess with my air screws on the carburetor. Like when I stab it, it just got a little bit of.
Hey, whatever you're doing, leave it in there. A checkered flag's a checkered flag. Right? That baby digs, son. 4 right there, 6. There you go.
Man, boat feels great. We've got it handling real good, and we built a new power head. This is new, completely new build, and it's running really good. It's laying down some good passes.
You think you got what it takes? You mad scientist fixing to go yanking some wrenches?
Yeah,
Yank some wrenches or what?
I can't say nothing, but Nick and Frank got that boat figured out.
Oh, it's rolling.
They rolling.
It's rolling.
I ain't no doubt. That's the best 60 foot I've seen out here. Ain't no doubt.
This is the part that Tim and Big Q Ball they enjoy the most. I think everybody. This is just dinner. Come on over here and pan dinner. Homemade pizza. You can't beat that, buddy. You don't see that at a race too often.
Outlaw, get him in the water. Got one Yamaha in there with a class full of mercury, so
That's right.
we're gonna try to tow the flag. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna just go out there and do the best I can because I've never ran outlaw classes. It's a totally different ball game. So we're just gonna hit it and trim it and see what happens.
If she trims.
If she trims.
That's right.
Ain't nothing online this weekend.
They ain't here. We ain't forgot the next race though.
Yes,
We're gonna
sir.
hold some eyebrows.
I heard eyebrows was coming.
You got that?
Either that or nose.
You
Nose
got the
piercing.
class. It's an engine builder's class. Pretty much run what you brought and hope you brought enough. You know, any fuel, no fuel regulations. You can run anything you want to run, but it's a fast-growing class. You know, then they got some fast boats in it.
Took all the weight out of this thing, so we're gonna go see if we can keep it in the water and figure out what these boys got.
Hit the trim, let her fly, right?
This is the fun.
Hey, one good thing about it, we ain't getting no haircuts, right?
I ain't getting no haircut.
Brandon, what's your plans for tomorrow, buddy?
We gonna lean on it.
Gonna lean on it?
We gonna lean on it. We
Good
pop
deal.
one. If we pop one, we pop one. You know?
Right?
Got to do. We gotta find some time somewhere.
That's right. Battling that out, man. Two 150 rigs. It's real fast and outlaw. They battling it out. Oh, Taylor Hughes won him one, man. Boy, done put in a bunch of time and a bunch of money and a bunch of effort, and he finally got him one.
Take a look at the finish of Saturday's Fishing Outlaw class. After one race, Taylor Hughes will turn his attention to Sunday, trying to claim his title for weekend champion in this division.
I mean, he knows how to drive a boat, and that's what we expected from him, and that's what he's doing. So keep your eye on Taylor, because he's bringing the heat. So Dax, on the other hand, Dax, little man, he's 10 years old, got a good heart, super quiet kid. I mean, you can't hardly get him to talk about anything, but he knows how to, squeeze our throttle for sure. I mean, he gives her the twist, but he got a little out of control, and he just did a little U-turn and went back to the boat ramp. I mean, enough was enough for him. Give him a little bit of time. He's gonna come out. He's gonna win some races.
Junior said, I'm out. I'm out.
These drivers fought the crosswind all day. Billy hit the buoy. It's not the first time he's hit the buoy, but he's definitely hit the buoy. It was due to the crosswind. I mean, once these guys get the nose up in the air and they're running on the plug, it's all they got to keep the boat pointing in the right direction.
Billy Jones, has claimed the second race of the day in Fishing 130.
We're running early today. The air's going to be a little bit better, so it should be a little faster each day. So hopefully we can get it 2 days in a row and get the weekend win.
It was a little lean, so I just added a little bit more pump gas to it. Because it's a little cooler right now than what we ran yesterday, so I don't want to lean on it too much.
Come on now. It's the last day, bro. You got a month to rebuild.
Hey, Frank, though, he'll spat my hand.
First class Fishing Outlaw. We still got the flag in the boat. We can get it today. Should be first place outlaw points for the year with 4 races to go.
Good deal.
We got Randy Henry over here. He's making his debut today.
Right.
We got him in the sportsman class. Man, it was a bad crossfit yesterday. I know I raced Nick in the finals, and man, I think I ended up running about a 750-foot race. Should be a little faster passes today. A little more controlled stuff going on. I thought a couple of them bad guys was gonna get thrown out yesterday.
I don't know. I just think they want to see me get wet.
That's right. That's right. Hey, that's what that life jacket's for. We'll come get you. We'll come get you. And I promise we won't laugh.
Well,
And it might get aired.
It's float. It's sitting on the box. It's float. No, it ain't sitting on the box. Hey, get him out the water.
I'll be it, Taylor.
Oh, my damn thing's out.
Are you all right?
A little wild ride, brother.
These little aluminum boats, man, they got to a speed to where it can't happen. And any given minute it can happen. It just goes to show you safety's where it's at.
The faster these guys are pushing these boats, accidents can happen. And Luce is fast, and he was on the loose side of things. So if you want to win, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to push it, push it, push it, push it. That also tells you the heart that he has. I mean, he is going to win, and he's going to hold that throttle down.
Mama ain't gonna be happy about that one. Y'all be lucky to see Taylor at the next one.
Whenever a boat wreck happens in the middle of the race, your heart just drops. You know, it's a big splash, you can't see nothing, you don't know if the boat rolled, if it flipped, if it's still running. I mean, everybody's scared because they don't know really what's happening. You know, whenever you wreck racing, you usually wreck pretty hard. It was good to see Taylor okay, you know, out there waving his arms and talking to him. The only thing he didn't take away from this race was his tooth. He just lost his tooth, but other than that, he was okay. I think he banged his knee up a little bit.
If that side ever gets like that,
And bites,
the G-force, you can't hold on to it.
You know, he's wearing a helmet, he's wearing his life jacket, he's wearing his kill switch.
Nick, Billy, and Russ were the first ones there to make it to the boat, and everybody's yelling, grab the front, you know, and Nick's trying to grab Taylor off the back of the boat, and when he grabbed him, the actual back corner of the boat started taking on water, so they had to back out of that and come in at a different angle. And it's, you know, everybody's yelling, screaming, they don't want the boat to go down, they want to make sure everybody's okay, and they're just trying to get it done quick.
I ain't gonna lie, it's the first time that boat's went under.
Right. And it's your boat. Huh?
Yeah, it's my boat.
He was just washing it out for you.
Yeah,
That's all, man.
yeah.
The rules is if you get chunked out of your boat or you leave your boat, get out of your boat for any reasons, you're DQ'd for the rest of the race. So unfortunately, he couldn't finish the race.
So basically what they had to do was, the only way to get the boat from the bottom, you know, 'cause the water weighs a ton, so whenever you hook the boat up, you really just get some speed and ski the boat back on the surface. And if you can get it to ride back on the surface, you can pull it all the way back in. And pulled it up on the bank and got all that water out, and then 15 minutes later they had it running again. You know, had to pump the water out, drain it, get it dry.
You just
You're gonna be all right.
Oh.
I think that your last, I think.
No. I knocked one of my feet out.
Whoop, my bad.
Yeah. it out. Nick and them's fast, but I'm gonna tell you now, you never count old Billy out.
Billy Jones takes Fishing Outlaw for Sunday and claims the weekend champion for the second race of the year.
Billy's always fast. I mean, he's gonna finish 130 or 150 depending on who races 150. So Billy's the man.
Made it happen again, that old homemade horsepower. Like Brandon, he come around pretty close, got on him pretty good, but didn't have enough to pull it off, run out of real estate, man. Looked like Mr. Billy had a little trim issues off the line, and I'm gonna tell you one thing you don't need to happen is that to happen against Quick Nick. You better be on your P's and Q's, because that dude will hit him A to Z every time. But it looked like he had an issue, but man, that's what it's all about right there, that sportsmanship, them two guys shaking hands.
Nick West takes Fishing 150 for the second day in a row, while Billy Jones took second.
Man, first time, old Yamaha, Mr. Randy, if he could figure that trim switch out better than he did last night, so to give you a little background on it, this is the third time he's been in the boat. Looks like old Stedham's gonna pull it off again this weekend, man. Two Havocs battling it out. That's always a good thing to see.
So Justin Stedham won the sportsman class, and right now he's the fastest stock boat sportsman class guy there is. I mean, he wins every time. So I think he's putting a pretty big bullseye on his back, which I like him.
Old Dax, man, son, made it happen. He was a little late getting on that trim switch, but he hit that old trim switch, that old 25 come alive. We're gonna see if he can hold it off one more time. Old Dax, man, pulled it off, man. That little kid is freaking bad fast. Bad fast. Got that little Havoc with that old RPM motor rolling.
Dax came in strong in the 30 class. He don't have much competition, but if he did show up, I think he'd drag your ass.
Old Stedham decided he was going to try his luck in 130, but I'm going to tell you, man, Mr. Billy is a tried and true veteran for dang sure. He is a handful to get around.
For the second day in a row, Billy Jones takes the Fishing 130 class, claiming weekend champion and setting the stage for the class moving forward.
You dream it, we do it. We just try to have a good time, and we encourage everybody to come out and bring your kids and watch this.
How'd it feel win that 2 days in a row, huh?
It felt really good. I'm not gonna lie.
With 2 races completed for the 2023 season, the standings have been shuffled again, and the overall champion for each division is wide open for the taking. Who's going to step up to the challenge and grab trim heading into Pineville?
So heads up, this next Pineville race is going to be the one to be at. We're going to be at full staff. Everybody's going to be there. Mercury guys, Yamaha guys, we're all got our stuff lined out for the most part, and we're all going to make the race. You know, the fire stuff's behind us, and now it's time to get back to racing. You know, we've been out of it for a month now, and we're itching to get back into it. And it's going to be some really close racing.